I wasn't planning to make this video, but I feel like now I'm forced to make this video. And I never ever thought that I would ever defend Vinicius Jr. And the crazy thing about it right now is that I'm not even defending him against rival fans or trolls or whatever it is. Because rival fans will always stay rival fans. They will always hate and troll and just make fun X, Y, and Z. I'm not even defending him against the Barcelona fans or the rival fans. I'm defending Vinicius Jr. against Real Madrid fans. There is some section of the Real Madrid fans who hate Vinny. There is some section of the Real Madrid fans who wants Vinny out. There are some sections of the Real Madrid fans who can't stand Vinny. And the key word is section of Madrid fans. And for me, they are not Madrid fans. They are very, very far away from being actual Real Madrid fans. What they are player stance. And there is a massive, massive difference between the player stance and Real Madrid fans online. What I mean by that is the Madrid fans, they want the best of Real Madrid. They don't care who scores. They don't care who gets a GA. They don't care who gets the man of the match. They only care about Madrid, how they play, and most importantly, winning trophies. However, the player stance is completely different. It's quite opposite. They care about trophies if it benefits their own player. They care about the win if it benefits their own player. They would rather have a certain player score 2 or 3 goals and his team lose than his team winning, but that player scores no goals. And that is the definition of a player stand. And the reason why I say player stand, the reason why I say Madrid fans, and the most key word is online. Because there's a massive, massive difference between what you see online and what you see in real life. At the moment, I've seen it over the past 2 to 3 weeks. I've seen it online. I've seen it on Twitter, on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube, where some Madrid fans are saying, get this guy out, get Vinny out. I don't want him. But that doesn't translate into real life. You think what? You think if you go to Madrid right now, Santiago Bernabeu, you think you've got Madrid fans actually saying, I want Vinny out? The idea of wanting Vinny out is, to me, absolute insane to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy how you're prepared to let this guy go because of certain players that you prefer. And the reason why I say that is I will go through the timeline. You might be wondering, bro, why do Madrid fans want them out? Again, the key word is not Madrid fan. It's player stance. Couple of things has happened over the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, which has now developed this idea and this motion. I want Vinny out. Online, specifically, let me make it very clear. Online, the first situation is what? It's the Dani Ceballos video, the clip of Dani Ceballos pretty much not getting the ball to Vinny and Vinny complaining. The fact that you're complaining over that situation, the fact that you think Vinny is a bad player, is a bad teammate, why is he shouting at his own teammate? Just shows you have never ever played this sport professionally. You've never ever played this sport at a decent level. The fact that you're complaining over someone not getting the ball is crazy to me. Bro, you think Vinny is the only teammate which has complained? Look at Ronaldo, our greatest ever player, who has got so many player stance. You think Ronaldo doesn't complain when he doesn't get the ball? I mean, look at our team right now, Jude Bellingham. When he doesn't get the ball, he puts his hands up in the air. That's got nothing to do about complaining. That's got nothing to do showing hatred to his own teammate. That is the competition coming in. That's the spirit. That's wanting to win. The fact that you think that's a bad thing is crazy to me. Look at it as a positive. And the fact that you're so thick that you think no Madrid fan and no other player has done this except for Vinny, it's just one of their agendas. The second agenda is the contract situation. Vinicius Jr. has just rejected the first contract offer from Real Madrid. And who can blame him? Madrid offered him an amount which is much lower than certain players in this team. And if I'm Vinicius Jr., I would do the exact same thing. I would, of course, reject. You are taught this. Don't ever accept the first offer. I'm a salesperson. I know this. That is the number one rule of sales. That's the number one rule of negotiation. Don't ever accept the first offer. Vinicius Jr. will extend his contract. I don't have no doubts about it. Vinicius Jr., as a matter of fact, will stay at Real Madrid for over 30 years to come, 20 years to come, and that's nothing you can do about it. But the fact that you guys are upset, the fact that you guys think he's selfish, he cares about the money because of the the fact that you think he's tempted with the Saudi money, he now wants the same. My brother, Madrid gave him an amount which is lower than David Alaba. What, you think that's fair? Madrid gave him an amount which is lower than Kylian Mbappe. You think that's fair? You think that's fair? They gave him an amount lower than a player who has nothing to prove, who has so much to prove for this team, so much to offer to this team, who hasn't done anything so far. This is his first season. The same player who rejected us for the past 4 years, you want him to earn less than that in person. And Vinicius Jr is a club legend. And yes, he is a club legend. There's nothing you can do about it. He can retire right now, and this guy will go down as a club legend for Real Madrid at the age of 23. And that's the crazy thing about it. Look at what he's done over the past 4 years, specifically 3 years, to be rather specific in what he's done. The past 3 years, look what he's done. Look what he's done. Look how he's turned himself into the player, into an actual club legend to this team. The 2 Champions Leagues, the league trophies, the countless of impact, the countless of match performances, the countless of goals. Most GA than any player in the Champions League since 2021. This guy has turned into an absolute massive player for this team. So you want him to earn less than those players which I just mentioned. It comes down to appreciation, and it comes down to knowing your value. I know my value. I'm never going to disrespect my value. I mean, look in the past. Sergio Ramos, a club legend for Real Madrid. How did he leave? He left because he didn't want to. He wanted 2 years, and Madrid was only prepared to give him 1 year. So what? Now you hate Ramos as well? Is Ramos now selfish? The same person you guys all bring him back. And yes, I want him back, but he left because of the contract situation. Vinicius, you what? Now you hate on Vinicius Jr? So why didn't you hate on Ramos back then? Or Ronaldo back then? Or what? Barcelona fans, they hate Messi because of the fact that Messi every year gets a contract renewal? Come on, Ak. It's just knowing who you are, knowing your value. And Vinny, his value is amongst the best, one of the best in this team in terms of course, I wanna earn as much as these players, similar than these players. Then there was a situation of yesterday against Atleti where he complained. He put his hands in the air and people clipped it. My brother, that little picture that you guys clipped of him annoyed and everything, that was him complaining because he wanted a corner. And that was a clear corner. I reacted like this. You probably reacted this from home. So it's okay for you to react passionately, but not Vinny? Then you guys are complaining about his complaining provoking. There's one thing complaining, that's one thing do better. And I agree. I'm one of the person who said, my brother, away from home, when you play, when you know away fans going to hate on you, try to stay calm. Don't be rattled. But that is not me hating on him. That's not me wanting out. That's me hoping that he can mature and do better. Who the hell have got the audacity to say that I want Vinny out? And the idea of getting Vinny out, who the hell are you replacing him with? What, Rodrigo? Because that's the Rodrigo fans. That's the Rodrigo stands. I love Rodrigo. But that's the reason why when Vinny is there, Rodrigo goes on the right hand side. And don't give me this nonsense because they're the same people who keeps bringing this narrative. Rodrigo on the left can be better than Vinicius on the left. He just doesn't get the chances. My brother, no. Vinny is the best left winger in the world. Why the hell am I prepared to make my left winger, the best left winger in the world, into a right winger to accommodate someone else? Are you guys deep in yourself? Are you guys hearing the nonsense you guys are giving me? Well, put Mbappe on the left. Mbappe has done nothing to deserve to go on the left-hand side over Vinicius Jr. We have one of the best players in the world, the most dangerous player in the world. And you guys are prepared to sacrifice him just because you want your favorite player to score goals or to be in that position. I mean, look at the game against Atleti yesterday. And I laughed about it in the comments yesterday where people, in my last match review of the Atleti match review, people tell me I'm too negative. Oh, why are you negative? We got a good game. It was a good game. We did better. How did we do better? The game consists of 90 minutes. We were good for 30 minutes. So how can you define this as a good game when we only played well for 30 minutes in a full 90 minutes game? That's not doing well. That's just having good moments of the game. But that doesn't translate into doing well. But now, go back to the 30 minutes that we had well. From the 15th, to the moment we scored from the 50th minute to the probably 80th minute, 81st minute, where after the 81st minute, we didn't create nothing. But just go back between that little 30-minute period. Why did we do well? because we decided to attack on the left-hand side. In the first half yesterday, Vinicius Jr. had less touches than Mbappe and Rodrigo. We kept attacking on the right-hand side, but we got nothing on the right-hand side. In the second half, Carlos said, you know what? I'm going to stop making Vinny as my hold-up, build-up striker. Vinny in the first half was a hold-up striker. This guy was a byline winger, fam. This guy was just touching the byline and just stay there, wait for the ball to get to you. But in the second half, when we actually got him the ball, he created over 4 chances. 2, which would have been a goal, and he was the most dangerous attacker in that 30-minute span. And you're telling me we should sacrifice that guy? The person who can make something out of nothing. The person that so far this season, forget 2025, but from August to December was our best player. The reason why we won games. And when he went down, he was the reason why we didn't win games. We were crying the fact that he went down and he missed the Anfield game and he missed the Bilbao game. We were crying for that. Before that, he was our best player. He was the reason why we won. And you want that person out. So this is what I'm saying. Some of those fans, again, I repeat, it's not player stance. They've got agendas towards him. No sane, reasonable, objective Real Madrid fan will ever get rid of this guy. Because he's here for years to come. And again, there's nothing you can do about it. This guy's a club legend. And will go down as a club legend. So if you know you are, the player stance, get him to Saudi. It's just a shame that your person can't be as good as him. So rather than hating on Vinny, how about you start showing appreciation towards Vinny? Because the better Vinny do, the better your little buddy does. Whether it's Mbappe, whether it's Rodrigo, whether it's Jude, this little player stance nonsense that you have. The tribalism is killing you, man. I don't know if you man are cute. You man are funny with this nonsense. And again, I wasn't planning to make this video, but here it is. The fact that I'm defending Vinny is mind-blowing to me. And the fact that some Madrid fans want him out is crazy to me. You want a person who's got the most GAs, the most goals on assists since 2021 in Champions League. You want a guy who's got the 2 Champions League finals out. You want a guy who's been impactful for 3 years out. You want a player who's been carrying for the past 3 years out. Over what? Over your player stance. The crazy thing about it, it's like the Luka Doncic situation in NBA. And if you guys know NBA, good for you. If you don't know, I'm sorry. It's like Luka Doncic. It's like the idea of Luka leaving Dallas. It was never an option. That's the reason why the whole world was shocked when Luka went. And this is what's going to be with Vinny. If we approach any team and we say, yo, do you want Vinny? I mean, would you take my brother? They would bite your hand. They would sell their kidney just to get Vinny from you. Every single fan, forget trolls. I'm not chatting to trolls right now. I'm chatting to an actual fan. Ask any person, any club, any manager, any director, any president, any professional players. Do you want Vinny on your team? They would laugh at your face for the idea of you even asking them that question. But we've got ungrateful player stance in this team saying, now we want him out. We want him out. You guys are pathetic. And once again, let me make it very clear, you guys are not Real Madrid fans. You guys are far from being Real Madrid fan. Disgusting.